sorry, you want to go over there, so I'll do it now.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, it's all good.
I respect that.
We have salty moments. It's the way it is. It is in no way a problem. I'm glad that you. So let's get this good stuff. Are we live? Awesome, awesome. Oh, yep, perfect. I am here. Is the music for the game too loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn that down. Alright, let's see if we can't fix that sound.
Let me see how it sounds now. Well, if you're in a D&D session, go have fun, dude. Yeah, rolling in.
I'm trying to figure out how to...
I think it's just the opening sequence. I think you'll be fine once we get.
We'll see. All right, well, welcome, guys. We're about to get started. This is a makeup stream because I was not around Friday to do a stream with you guys. So this is a makeup stream, but I cannot go long tonight. I've got to get up early in the morning to help at church. So we're gonna just do this shortly. We'll go amazing just for fun. Subtitles on for people who have trouble hearing. And let's continue. All right, let's go. So just a note, guy. Can you still hear me or? Okay, we'll try that. But you can hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Like now that the title music's no longer blaring, I think it'll be okay.
What we'll do is once the game gets started, we'll fix the settings. But just so you guys know, this is probably my favorite superhero game. And Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes. Like, easily my first favorite hero ever, before even Batman. And, the only Marvel hero I really, really liked before I even knew what Marvel was.
And you also just really like spiders because it irritated me.
No, I've always found spiders kind of fascinating. I didn't even know you had arachnophobia at the time I got into Spider-Man.
Oh,
No, I had no idea.
You specifically would show me spiders to freak me out.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay.
Because you would come up to me and like, "Hey, dude, I got to show you something," and then face of like an ogre spider zoomed right up because you knew it would freak me out.
Maybe? I don't remember. I genuinely don't.
I do. I was proud of that.
Fisk, Crusader or Criminal? He doesn't look like a Crusader.
I believe,
All units, level 4 mobilization. Location, Fisk Tower.
Fisk?
Fisk. The typical life of us. Like, waking up late, having to work real fast to put anything together. Yep, sniff test. It's passable.
we get to play the game of, was that a booster or was that an IED?
Yeah, it pretty much looks like me on any given day. My shoulders are definitely broader.
How are you?
Awesome, man. Happy early birthday.
SWAT is 1084 at Fisk Tower. All units.
Here's what I love. He starts walking towards the bill like he's going to pay it. Are you going to pay it in that suit, friend? Alright, so before we go any further, let's go ahead and adjust this. Audio.
Just slightly down, I think it'll be fine. I think you could leave the master volume up. I would lower the music volume down.
Okay.
Go down to like F5. That ought to do.
Let's try 5. Okay, tell me if it's any bit different, Will. Lark. Any different?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Alright, awesome. So, what's going on in chat, guys?
Captain Watanabe.
Did you take him down yet?
No.
Yeah, they were pretty
We're at
generic,
the
but
tower,
I mean...
but still waiting on the warrant.
Mind if I
What
join
did
in
he
on the
talk
fun?
about?
You know how
Oh,
his lawyers
Yuri
are.
Watanabe.
This one
Oh,
needs to
she
know
was
my
an
fuck.
inspiration,
Come
guys.
on, Yuri. I've been waiting
She
8
and
years for
Detective
this.
Yen, like, they
Really
were
wanna help?
inspirations for me in terms of
Head to
fighting my
Times Square.
superhero stories.
Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my back.
Yes,
up
and
for
her too. Although Elisa
You got
Mazza
it.
was
Almost there.
a little... I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about her when I wrote my... When I wrote it. Oh, well, yeah, not that she's a bad character.
Hello?
Parker, where are you? We must run through
What's
the
the question?
demonstration at least once before the grant committee arrives.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Dealing with a
I'm doing
personal
okay
issue.
in answer
I'll
to the
be in
first
soon.
question.
Promise.
And in answer to do I like Monster Girls, I mean,
Better
I
wrap
don't
this up
dislike
quick and
them.
get to my real
They
job.
can-
Training orders tell me they don't like us.
I mean, Monster Girls can be very cool. Like, I've written about them before, and
like Yuri called in the
I mean,
cavalry.
I enjoyed watching a few Monster Girl inspired anime. So I think if done well, they can be good. But just like any character, if written poorly, then I'm not gonna like it. Okay, I love how these guys are all not wearing masks, wearing uniforms so we know who they work for, and carrying fully automatic weapons.
Officers under
I
fire!
like how they don't have to reload.
Bring in the hammer.
And nice body armor, guys.
Also, I appreciate. Okay, we all stopped firing. No cops are trying to take a shot.
Yeah, a good cop would have poked his head out and fired. Wait, where'd they go? Like, did they just vanish?
The grass.
Oh no! I guess that's the hammer. Doesn't look anything like a hammer, but okay. Whoa! And it's gone. Several people dead. Yeah, you walked out of that, sure. Why are you just floating? Why not shoot them?
Get him!
Morning, guys. Who's ready for their hot, fresh cup of bodily harm?
Yep.
Gotta warn you, I'm feeling punchy today. Next customer.
What's going on?
This doesn't
Really?
look good.
It's still too loud? Okay, well, let's pause.
Just do the master volume this time. Take it down to like 7.
Let's go to 6.
All right.
Okay. Try that.
Somebody just shoot him!
So is that better? Well, you're watching too.
Man, Fisk has a lot of guys on his payroll.
Alright, that's fix it according to chat.
All right.
You know, that force you send somebody up, I'm pretty sure that like snaps the back of the neck.
If it doesn't, it should.
Oh yeah, they're asking, how come Spider-Man can't pull in more ships? I like thinking somebody pointed out that. I mean, Spider-Man, yes.
Almost done here. You?
Peter Parker, that's more ships.
Be there soon. Can't wait to
Whoa,
see Willie's face
buddy.
when you slap the cuffs on him.
Come here.
Do you think Spider-Man is a good teenage superhero character?
Oh, very much so. I think Spider-Man's a great character, particularly the fact that he's young.
Okay, Yuri.
I know a lot of
Hold
people
on.
didn't
What's
like
happening?
the newer Spider-Man movies because they don't like that he's a high schooler. I'm like, you are aware Spider-Man
Yuri!
in the actual comics got his start in high school, right? Like, he started as a high school student.
I knew
And I
Fisk would
really
be
like
quiet.
that because, you know, it's a kid having to learn to be an adult very quickly. I mean, think about the whole with great power comes great responsibility thing. That's something that most kids need to learn. And Peter got it in the most, well, I'm going to say, like, most unusual way, but also one of the darker ways. He was given superpowers that he wasn't ready to inherit, lost his uncle because of a poor decision he made that was selfish and cruel, he realized the cost of not taking responsibility for what you had and what you were, and that changed him forever. And I think that's a very strong story for a hero.
If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna
Yuri, my favorite cop. How you doing?
do your thing.
Do my thing, yeah. My thing is beating up bad guys. It is my thing. Yeah. You are all aware.
At what point do you call in the National Guard? I'm curious.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hey, where you going?
Yeah, he's totally alive after that. Like, 100% totally alive.
Hey, Raven, I'm still waiting on the For Honor High School story.
So am I.
You do not got this, buddy.
We're still trying to find a school board that'll accept it, man.
Oh, thanks for the confidence boost, guys.
How do you design a curriculum for the warriors? And move along with state standards, man. I tell you.
I guess this is what they call a hostile workplace.
If Raven were a superhero purely based on physicality, he'd be Colossus or Cable.
Colossus or Cable? I don't know anything about Cable. Colossus is kind of cool. I don't know. I never really liked those heroes growing up.
Considering your physicality, honestly, you're like a little taller. Like Batman's canonically like 6'3", I believe, so you're about that. So, I guess something along that would be.
Wait, the game artificially had to hurt me so that I would use the healing thing? That's hilarious.
Oh, are you bearded or unbearded? Now, Raven
I have a beard, yeah. It's not a long beard, like I keep it pretty trim, but yes, I do
It's
have
like
a
a classical Roman beard.
Aha! Oh shoot! I'm sorry, guys. Like, this is not the way I wanted us to meet for the first time.
Imagine being that last thing and you see everybody else get beat up and webbed up.
How are they gonna get him down? They're gonna need a big ass ladder. Okay, these cops running in with helmets and body armor. They're just running out with pistols.
Yeah, just take the stairs.
I prefer a more direct approach.
Wow, that was easy. All right, let's go.
Oh, is it are you
Spider-Man,
breaded or
status.
unbreaded?
Heading to the
Not
upper
bearded.
floors.
Oh.
Hoping nobody turns on the elevator.
Well, I say we are breaded because we are southern fried gentlemen.
Yes.
Men on every floor.
He's desperate.
And he's hitting us
Oh,
with
we
everything he's
misunderstood
got.
that entirely.
I read that it's bearded.
I would have read it as bearded too.
Not yet.
I'm a
We just
spider
got
in the
chatter.
grass.
They're wiping all their data
I can't believe you
servers.
just
We
discable
need
like
that
that. He's a
evidence
time
if we want to
traveling
put him away
cyborg.
for
Let's not
good.
pull out.
I didn't diss him. I just don't know enough about him.
Call from May.
I
Better
don't know all the heroes.
Hi, Aunt May.
What is all that noise?
Watching a superhero movie. What's up?
I just wanted to make sure we're still on schedule.
Totally. Listen, I gotta go.
Well, okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Son, this just ain't your day.
Have you seen the new Hocus Pocus movie? It's really not that good.
I'm not surprised. Whenever you try to redo something that was made back in the 80s or 90s,
How exactly do you
guys,
think this
play
ends?
nice or don't play at all. You usually aren't going to get anything that quality.
I mean, Hocus Pocus is kind of like a Ghostbuster, and then it surprised everybody with how it actually worked. So,
Oh, good kick, dude. Good kick.
I don't think you can just replicate something like Hocus Pocus and expect it to do well.
Is that everybody? Oh, hold on.
Come here. Come here.
And he's dead.
Gotta find that server
I
room before
killed
there's
him.
no evidence left.
Whee!
If I go in this way, they'll destroy all the evidence. I should look for a...
Oh, now he's got the ability to see through walls. Well, then again, I guess that's spider sense.
There we go.
Somebody actually asked like a bug
like my
expert,
own private
what are spiders' actual like spidey sense? And he goes,
This may be
well,
a
you
dirty
see, they have
criminal.
these things
He has
called
remarkable
eyes.
Boss wants everything erased. Can't make it delete any bad things.
Oh, by the way, happy Spooktober! Happy Spooktober!
Happy Spooktober! Happy Spooktober. Not the game we thought we'd be playing in Spooktober, but you know what? We'll take it.
How was Ian compared to Fiona? I
Is
was
this
in
tech support?
Nova Scotia.
I forgot my password.
Yeah, I heard about Nova Scotia. I hope you're doing all right.
Console!
I think Ian did more damage in Florida than Fiona did in Nova Scotia.
Stalin, the
But
system's
as
still
far as
purging.
I thought the IT
how we got hit, Fiona was probably worse because Ian came around and we thought it was going to hit us, and then it went further north, and so we only got
Access that
scraped by
console
it.
before
So
everything's gone.
we got off very easy.
Just how good their security
Myrtle
is.
Beach, where we went to
You guys
college,
forgot
did
the latest
not
kernel
get off as
patch.
easily.
No, they got pretty slammed.
Yeah, but Florida got hit the hardest. But I think the big problem, with something like Nova Scotia and Canada,
Says the guy
is
frantically erasing his
hurricanes
search
normally
history.
don't have that much power, but they get that far north, and so they don't really prepare for it as say some places like Texas or Florida are. So I'm hoping you're doing okay.
But that's part of my charm, isn't it?
Damn you. Get that door down now!
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
I believe I can die.
Look around you. I did this.
Oh, he's in
What
Deadpool.
you ever done mattered.
Well, there was that
Hey,
time I took
Raymond,
down a
what do you
pompous,
think about the
overstuffed
new
truckload
announcement of
before
Deadpool
breakfast.
3 with Hugh Jackman coming back to the ring?
I don't care.
The scum I kept in check.
I think it's kind of
rampant. Your fault.
The problem is, I just don't care about Deadpool
Been a
anymore.
long, tough road, Fisk. Almost sad
I have
see
to
it end.
admit, I mean, I like the first Deadpool movie okay, but I have
Get
to
ready for
admit,
the
I
main
agree with
event.
ER. The charm kind of wore out after the first one.
Yeah, it's still funny to see. I think it'll be
Well,
better.
it has some funny moments,
Fisk could have
but
the whole place
I
wired.
think it's going to be
Sitting in a
better,
bomb
like,
unit.
since
I'll make sure no one gets
both
in their way.
Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds both really enjoy the characters they work with, and that's kind of like their pet project. I think they're going to give more respect to those characters.
that's not what I'm worried about.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
That's all of
compared to the other crap that's been coming out of the Marvel universe,
Yeah.
I think it'll be much better.
Yes, it will be better than the average crap. I just don't think it needs to be
Hey
made.
guys, I guess
I
bombs
can
are part
agree
of
with
Willie's
that.
getaway plan.
It'll be-
Sounds like they're trapped.
We'll see.
You go after them.
I
We'll
wonder
look
what
for the bombs.
Daredevil's up to while his arch nemesis is distracted. Probably being an attorney or something.
You know, he's probably being a lawyer. A better lawyer than what She-Hulk is.
I was fixing to say, it's like, doing She-Hulk's job better.
I heard more people back that way.
I'll find them.
Spider-Man!
Oh God! How? Wow, that was very clever placement for these rocks.
Freak it
It's
out
actually not
fast.
fat,
If you
that's
can
all
walk,
muscle.
help the
Oh
injured,
yeah,
got it?
I constantly forget that Fisk, like, he is actually, like, built like a truck, but it just looks like he's like, morbidly obese.
He looks like a fatty.
Yeah, Sandman, you're right, wokeness ruined the MCU.
Yes, it did. I think the MCU has been irrevocably ruined. Like, after watching the few movies and TV shows that they've released lately, I don't see it ever coming back from this level of
With
nonsense.
the exception of
Okay,
Spider-Man,
Willie, coming your way.
No Way Home, I think pretty much everything
Spider-Man,
after
it's Fury.
Endgame was...
How we doing, Captain?
Well, my thought
Our
process is
chopper
that, like,
took
you know,
a
I
beating. We
watched,
just had to ground our last one. If Fisk calls in a chopper, we have
I
no way to
watched a
stop
lot
it
of
from
different,
landing.
And no one to chase him if he flies
MCU
away.
movies and TV
Why do I
shows,
get the
and
feeling
I
that's
just
what
think
he
to
was
myself, you know, if you
planning all
want to keep yourself
Guess he
consistent
probably
to what
was.
you've been doing, you have to acknowledge the rules that these new movies have established,
We're trying.
and doing that is going to ruin any potential you could possibly have. Like, try writing,
That's enough out of you.
try writing any story now where you can have Scarlet Witch's level of power and make it make sense.
Oh, and Daniel, he says that he was out of the effective thing.
What?
Oh, that's good.
He's doing
National
okay.
Rocket Day or
Said he was
something?
losing that day. Wild time to move. No,
Oh, shoot! Dang it! I didn't mean to do that. Hi, buddy. Stay down.
Very true.
Man, how'd the bomb squad guys get through
Wolverine's
this?
probably my favorite Marvel character, so the MCU better not screw him up. They're gonna screw him up.
They're gonna screw him up.
Actually,
Okay.
technically, I believe Deadpool
Settle down.
is
I've got enough
both
for everybody.
Deadpool and Wolverine are Sony products right now, so I don't think they're technically part of the MCU. So I think they have a better
Must
chance.
be somewhere
but,
ahead.
Sony still screwed up X-Men on occasion.
More than likely. I love the look at it. Like a legit Japanese garden up in here.
You don't want to ruin their day? Walk on the sand.
Hold on, let's see if I can. Yeah!
That's what I think of your interior decorating.
Did I leave? Please tell me I left footprints.
Oh!
Ah, it sucks. That would have been awesome if I did. Because that's like a big no-no in terms of...
Oh, it's Fox. Oh, crap, it's Fox.
You guys all right?
We were just about to
Fun
call
fact,
for backup.
Sabretooth was Daredevil's
I'm in.
original. Sabretooth was
Lead the
Daredevil's
way.
original
We'll be
Genesis?
right
Until
behind
Marvel did a cross-up in the 90s, and
Heads up,
Spider-Man
boss.
just had so many baddies he might as well share. That is just... Spider-Man has the same amount of baddies like Batman has in like DC.
Get me more villains of Spider-Man! Alright, looks like we're fighting some dirty cops.
I don't know, those uniforms seem quite clean. Oh, you missed more.
So you guys were in bed with Fisk all along? Oh no, I'll never get that image out of my head.
If there's one thing I love about this game, the quips are hilarious.
Your plan didn't work.
Whoever did the writing for the dialogue on Peter, they just really knocked it out of the park. They are whoa.
Getting Yuri to do his voice was a stroke of genius.
Yuri Lowenthal?
Yeah.
That's right, that is Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah,
Oh
this,
my-
you see, the problem is I first heard him playing Sasuke all those years ago, and so that was the best. And then when I heard him playing Ben 10, I was like, okay, that's really good. And hearing him, like, he is probably like the best voice
Hey,
actor
Yuri.
for Spider-Man I
Looks
think
like some
I've
of
heard.
your guys were on Fisk's
If
payroll.
there's one thing I don't like though,
Good
it's the
news
way
is
Spider-Man's
they were
kind of
Willie's
hunched
last line
over
of
here.
defense.
This is not a good
I'm right
fighting
outside his
position.
office.
He's
Take
going
him
in for a
down.
hug.
Now.
Well, it looks like he's like,
Pleasure.
Everything good? Everything good?
saved it. Yeah, I'm good. It's a small dribble, but it's okay. It's okay. It actually fell right where it needed to. About my drink fell over, that's all. Alright, I'm good.
What Spider-Man and Batman villains would you swap?
Let me in. There we go. Spider-Man or Batman villains would I swap? I would give, that's actually a good question. Very good question.
Writing your
I'd probably
memoirs?
give Sandman over to
Don't forget the
Batman.
hyphen between Spider and Man.
Get the chopper ready. I won't be long.
I'm kind of curious to see
I'm
how
surprised
Mr.
you made it
Freeze would
this
deal with
far.
Spider-Man.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
But your foolishness ends now.
I love it.
I'm pretty sure that's the male Raiders voicing Fisk.
80 years of this insolence.
Yeah, I think you're right. We touches the button and finger. Like, you know I can still see you, right?
You shouldn't have. Gotta wait for an opening.
Oh, shoot. I missed combat. Alright, got it.
Oh, I know today is, yeah, kind of. I know today is Spider-Man theme, but I would like to know how you feel about the simple of a Polygon Killer in DVD.
I'm actually going to talk about that in my update video on Monday. But since there's so few people watching the stream right now, yeah, I can guess I can give you a spoiler. Yes, I have heard the rumors that Apollyon will be the, new, killer in Dead by Daylight. Okay, so my thoughts on that. Oh god, whoa!
Gave me an opening.
It's like a truck. Whoa! Man, you almost got me, big guy.
You asked for it.
Come on, big man. Ooh, that didn't.
He's gonna move like that. I expect him to say, "I play in college ball," you know.
Oh no, God! Right into the wall! Please not. Oh God! Oh. What are the walls made of? Cheese? How do I keep flying through these so easily?
Cheese for everyone.
wrong with this
He's got that kind of raw physical power, just man.
I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, men. Surround him.
All right, this is a hard fight.
Everyone's engaged.
Get you a coffee,
Nope.
son.
It's useless
Nope.
the issue
Nope.
later.
Nope.
Your best shot.
Nope.
You fool!
You can't tell me that doesn't kill someone
Trained to
with
fight, so
it.
fight!
That's gotta at least put him like in a stick.
Oh shoot! Shoot! They're not playing nice. Guys, they're not playing nice.
He's too fast!
Thanks for hitting your own guys for me.
The boss, why? I would love to see Taskmaster fight Batman. Yeah, that'd actually be a pretty good match.
That would be a great fight, but I don't think Taskmaster is specifically a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, as somebody pointed in the comments, he's an adventure villain.
Oh, shoot!
What do I pay you for?
I just find it so funny because if Spider-Man really wanted to punch his fist skull with little to no effort.
I can handle
But it is
myself.
true, there is a little bit of truth. I think like somebody like did they punched the numbers and it's like, as far as strength-wise, Spider-Man is the fourth strongest character in the Marvel universe if you look at just the superheroes. Because like obviously you got like the Hulk and Thor above that. Oh yeah, the Hulk, Thor, the Thing, then Spider-Man as far as the physicality. Is there a person?
Okay, just barely dodged that one.
Where are the reinforcements?
I don't know, boss.
I want to know how Taskmaster would fight the Flash, the movie version of Taskmaster.
Oh God, no! Oh no! No!
He is Raider.
Oh! Oh! Ha! Missing. Whoa! Oh God! Oh, baby! Oh God! Ah! Yo, dude, did you forget I could do this? Ah!
Ever get that sinking feeling, sis?
Hey, no, yeah, I got it. Oh no! Yeah! Got him! Woo!
So,
You're
kiss
without
now?
the beard. He's like Shugoki and Raider put together. Oh, good. You're right. He
Ah! Finn, Raider, and Shugoki had a baby? I mean, I guess it could.
Or maybe it was Finn Shugoki, a male Raider.
Interesting. I could see male Raider going for the big ladies.
Finally off to Rikers, huh?
He looks
You know,
like
I
a
think
more
you've got more
evil
enemies in
Blue.
there than I do. Gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie. I have a feeling
He
you're gonna need it.
does!
Order in there. 1 month. You wish you had me back.
Oh, I needed to hear that. That was funny.
Kingpin is heading to prison.
Oh my
An
God.
era.
Sorry about that. That was funny.
Maybe take a
Okay, so
vacation.
the question was, what are my thoughts on Apollyon being the new killer in Dead by Daylight? For one thing, I'm not entirely sure it's going to be Apollyon. I think it's going to be a warmonger at the very least. The reason I say that I don't know is simply because, let me get this. Yes, I know about this. All right. The reason I don't know if it's going to be Apollyon is because they said that it was going to be a character inspired by For Honor, not from For Honor, and Apollyon is specifically a licensed character belonging to For Honor. So I'm thinking that what's going to happen actually
Parker,
is it's
where are
going
you?
to be
Committee will be here soon. We need
a
to run an
warmonger
equipment
that
check.
maybe the
I'm
developers
almost there. Look,
designed
look.
themselves, like some kind of
Guess I'll just do it
warmonger
myself.
they themselves
No,
created,
don't. It's not safe.
and then pay tribute to that warmonger in Dead by Daylight.
Gotta love
That's what I'm
Dodge's
thinking
enthusiasm,
they're
but
going to do. I could be
sometimes it gets
wrong,
him
and
into
maybe it will be
trouble.
Apollyon.
Gotta get there
I don't
before he
know.
hurts himself.
But all they've told us in the Dead by Daylight community is that the new killer is going to be a knight. It's going to be a crossover with For Honor, so the knight is going to be inspired from For Honor, and they're going to make a new map which is also inspired from For Honor. So, just like last year, where we took a lot or For Honor took a lot from Dead by Daylight, having a Trapper event, having Trapper and Huntress mask outfits and effects and executions and stuff like that. This time they are going to be adding a brand new character based on For Honor. And I think that's awesome. I know a lot of people are kind of bummed about it. I really am not. I think it's going to be very cool. I'm very much looking forward to it. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Y'all can talk that out in chat if you'd like. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But I just don't know that it'll be Apollyon. It would be cool if it was, but I also don't think it would make much sense. And I'll tell you why. If it's Apollyon, keep in mind that what Dead by Daylight's all about. The killers serve an entity, some kind of like eldritch god, who's basically telling them to sacrifice people in his name. Can you really tell me Apollyon is going to sacrifice people in the name of anyone other than herself? Apollyon was an idealist. Apollyon was a leader. Apollyon was her own woman. She wasn't going to take orders from anyone, let alone some eldritch god she doesn't know. So how about this eldritch god just shows up and says, "All right, Apollyon, I like you. You're going to kill people for me." How about no? I'm going to kill who I want to when I want to. No, actually, I get to tell you what to do. Actually, no, you don't. Well, then you'll be a survivor. And then she'll turn around and say, "Any of the killers you bring against me, I challenge you."
Maybe we should abort.
And then quickly after she kills like 3 or 4 killers, like, okay, maybe she won't work as a survivor. We'll have to work something out of here.
Hold on.
Because come on, tell me honestly, the number of warriors she's fought, could the Oni really take her?
Are you okay?
Could the Trapper take her?
Another setback.
Come on, like Apollion's not no slouch. She's a freaking warrior. Great, and then but Oni's a samurai warrior. And she fought the Emperor's champion to a near standstill, and I'm convinced she was holding back.
Now this may look
Is anyone
bad.
hurt?
No. It was all my fault.
The energy levels exceeded our expectations.
From a
I'll be
certain
honest, I
perspective, it's a very
love
positive
Octavius's
doesn't
design in this
smell very
game.
positive.
It's a little different than the comics. Like in the comics, he had like a bowl
Let's not
cut
get ahead of
hairdo.
ourselves.
Here, his hairline is receding in a big way, which is fine.
there
I
somewhere else
don't
we can
mind
discuss
that.
this?
He genuinely looks like a gentle
Maybe
and
we should do
kind
this in the
individual,
elevator.
which is going to offset what he becomes later. Like, because any fan of Spider-Man knows who Otto Octavius is and what he becomes. So seeing him right now and then progress into Dr. Octopus. Spoilers. Seeing him progress in the way we do,
Bad shape.
it's a shock. It's a real shock. So I genuinely think that I think that it's very clever the way they do it. It makes you feel horrible when you see what he becomes and why. So I genuinely like it. So what else is going on in chat right now?
Some are saying that
Circuit burned
Astria would make more sense than the DVD
If I'd
than
been here to do the
Apollyon
pre-check,
would.
Agreed, but Astria is still very much alive, and so she couldn't be a contender.
Yeah, well, let's see, like, the new DVD killer Green Goblin survivor Gwen Stacy. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. And Gwen Stacy is in a wheelchair. First wheelchair survivor.
He looks like Al from Toy Story or George Costanza.
He does! Oh my, I never even thought about that, but he does look like Big Al from Toy Story. I never thought, man, I feel dumb now.
Otto Octavius is an amazing character and has an amazing arc in general, yeah.
No joke. I love his character in this game. It is so tragic, but so well done. Yeah, sorry, I'm having to just get through these puzzles quick. They're not hard to solve, you just gotta get through them fast.
Put Carnage in
Now
DVD.
rebalance the
Well,
voltage.
actually, I think there's already a lot of Carnage.
You meant the kid, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what
I see where you're going with this. We're banging on all cylinders now.
Are you excited for the next Spider-Man game? What villains are you most
I
excited
am
to see?
so scared of this next Spider-Man game. No, genuinely, I'm terrified. Because this Spider-Man game, look, I've already beaten the game, so this is nothing new to me. But
see if that worked.
what terrifies me about the next Spider-Man game, this first game, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love this game. But we spent so much time
Doc's been testing
with
new
Miles
materials for
Morales
prosthetics.
and Mary Jane Watson.
Time.
And it was all clearly to build up Miles Morales as the next Spider-Man, which isn't a bad thing, mind you. But then they released that DLC with Miles Morales as the main character, and all I can think to myself is, he's not nearly as fun as Peter was. I don't know. I'm worried that th're going to make it a Miles Morales-based game, which wouldn't be a problem, except, and this is a bias for me, I get it, this is personal for me, okay? Okay? We all clear on this?
Doc was testing
I
new
don't
contact
like
material for
Miles
the
Morales that much. Don't get me wrong, as far as, like, new characters and replacement characters go, he's probably the least annoying to me. He's not as bad as others. Like, She-Hulk, awful. I do not like She-Hulk, especially in the TV show. She's okay in the comics, but I'm just not a big fan. She-Thor, or Mighty Thor, yes, I get, fine. She-Thor is not that bad. I've said before that I like She-Thor fine. But the Falcon becoming Captain America, hate it. I do not like that. I think that's a bad idea. Iron Heart becoming the new Iron Man. Disgusting idea. I loathe it. I detest it with a passion. Like, usually when I see this whole, this new character, the old character's gone or weaker than the new character, whenever I see that, I get really mad. Miles Morales doesn't make me mad for that reason. The reason I don't like Miles Morales is because of 3 reasons. Number 1, his backstory is almost identical to Peter's.
All right.
He's basically just Black Peter. High school kid, has a very responsible father figure that he really looks up to. Father figure gets killed in some fashion. He takes that to heart and becomes Spider-Man from it. His outfit is almost identical to Peter's, other than it's black and red now instead of red, white, and blue now. I mean, it's cool, but okay. And then third, I don't understand it. Okay, here's the thing. Miles Morales is supposed to... He's shown in this game. I can't speak to the comics. I haven't read much of the Miles Morales comics. But in this game, he's shown to be a kind of genius. He has a hacking app on his phone that he designed himself. He understands chemistry, biology, and all these other things very, very easily. And he's in high school. And I'm kind of like...
It's Yuri.
How are you a kid in high school and already know this very advanced stuff that even Peter says he didn't know until he was in college? I'm going, are you that brilliant? Like, I don't know. That kind of annoyed me a little. It's not a huge deal, I guess, but I kind of detected Gary Stu vibes from him. Again, he's not egregious. He's fine as he is, but I think the ultimate thing that I can say about Miles Morales is this. And this is like kind of like the big point that I want to make in terms of seeing him as Spider-Man, okay? Here's my point.
I wonder what my number one
Do you call, when he's in his suit, do you call Peter Parker, or do you call him Spider-Man? Do you call Spider-Man Petey or Peter Parker when he's in the suit? No, he is Spider-Man. When Miles Morales is in the suit, do you call him Spider-Man? Nope. What do you call him? Miles Morales. Now, yes, I know in the world of comics he's Spider-Man, but to us fans, to the people who follow it, he's Miles Morales. That's how we refer to him, because he's not Spider-Man. There's nothing wrong with him per se, and no, it's not because he's black. God, I hate that I have to say that, because I wish that I could just say that I don't particularly like a character, but if they're black or Hispanic or Asian, I have to preface, no, it's not because they're this. That shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter. I don't care if he's white, black, Hispanic, whatever. I want a character to be good on their own merits, and I don't think Miles is that good.
Black he says bring back Static Shock.
Yes, Static Shock was awesome. I loved Static Shock. That was one of my... Before Teen Titans, that was my favorite superhero cartoon. It was good. It was wholesome. The characters were fun. The animation was okay, but I wasn't really there for the animation.
I loved it when he teamed up with Batman.
Yeah, the designs were good. And older Static Shock, when we actually saw Justice League episode with
Batman Beyond.
Yes, the older. Oh, he was so cool. Like genuinely, I loved Static Shock. It had nothing to do with him being black. None of that. Like, he was just a really great character, a creative character. I loved his father. I loved his sister. Like great characters all around. Oh my!
I love his best friend who actually wound up like becoming Gear. I think.
A Gearbox or something. Yeah. Static Shock was the shit, man. Oh, I loved that show. That was X-Men before X-Men, okay?
Actually, it was technically after X-Men,
Then
but
I
still.
need a break from their crap.
That's, like, it surprised me, like, Static Shock never, like, after the TV show, he just kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
You got a black and white suit? No ball this year anyway.
You know what's funny? I just realized I didn't think about it before, but
worth it though.
In the Batman TV show, not the original Batman animated series, but the other one, I think it was 2001 that it came out.
Oh, you mean like
the Batman?
Yeah.
Aaron Yen, the cop who works with him, is Chinese in origin. In Spider-Man here, that's Captain Watanabe, which is a Japanese name. Yuri Watanabe, so Japanese origin. And in my story, the Revenant King, the cop who ends up working with Dracula, is Korean.
Plus, the signals are scrambled.
Maurice Zayon. So it's like...
So what you're saying is the next one's going to be Cambodia.
Probably.
You break it, you buy it.
I thought you trusted me.
Hey, Raven Lark, can't stick around, but I just want to say I'm glad you're all safe. Hey, man, thanks for checking in.
Thanks for checking in. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And I hope I didn't upset anyone with what I said earlier about, good. As long as y'all understand. Here's the thing. Like I said, it has nothing to do with race for me. It has everything to do with character, like, all that kind of stuff.
It depends, like I was like, because one thing I will say, like, because people are talking about Justice League, I actually
Not just a
prefer
pretty mask, huh?
the Justice League
Whatever you did,
Green Lantern
any chance you
to
could do it
Oh,
to the other
what's
towers?
his name? I forget his name.
I
But
forget
just
all
so
the
you
names. What's,
know,
like, the
I
original
had to
Green
sync up with the
Lantern's
tower to fix it.
Hal
I'm
Jordan?
seeing
name?
all crime data in the area
I
now.
much prefer the.
Looks like there's a
I'm
break-in
looking it up.
happening.
Yeah, look it up because I didn't like Hal Jordan as much as the other guy. And I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Because there's like 3 to 4 Green Lanterns on Earth, and John Stewart.
John Stewart, that's right.
Yeah, John Stewart is the better
John
Green
Stewart was
Lantern.
the better Green Lantern, no question.
He also got Hot Girl, so good for him.
You're damn straight. Okay, how inconspicuous. Yeah, a bunch of guys in masks. This guy's trying to
These
cover
guys didn't
it.
forget their keys.
Really? Okay. Hi, guys. Oh, you're guarding. Okay.
You're gonna learn today. But yeah, people are saying like the Batman was an underrated TV show. Absolutely.
It was!
It was a good-
Legit?
The only thing I think they did wrong was they reverted on Mr. Freeze's backstory. That's the only thing I think they really did wrong. But like a lot of the designs I particularly like Joker's more like Madman, Jester kind of look. I could get behind that. And I thought the voice actor for Joker did amazing.
Okay, before we talk about anything else, we need to appreciate the one
Okay, wrapped
and
up.
only
Thanks for that.
Spider Cop.
Now I'm seeing an assault near you.
You're in luck, Yuri. Your favorite tough but lovable, grizzled, seen-too-much detective is intact.
What? No. You promised you wouldn't do that any...
Spider Cop.
Please, no.
Spider Cop. Guys, I love the banter. Again, I love the dialogue in this. It is so funny. Spider Cop. Every time he talks about Spider Cop, I'm gonna just stop talking so I can appreciate it.
I said back off.
Okay, as someone who was actually once mugged, this is terrifying.
Leave me alone.
But that was a long
Does
time
my
ago.
jumpsuit not intimidate?
Get away from her.
Spider-Man.
What's your opinion on the Spectacular Spider-Man TV show?
Oh god.
I think that was the good one. Like that was the one like with the sort of like the
Oh, dude, we hit each other at the set. Oh god.
like the Spectacular Spider-Man was the one right before they got Drake to do it. Like it was.
Oh yeah. I thought that one was okay.
Yeah, I thought that was like, good. It was much better than what came after it. That's all I'm gonna say. What about the classic Spider-Man animated series, the '90s one? That was I remember like there was a much older one too, like where he was like friends with like the Iceman and that fire chick.
I just don't remember.
So Raven, be real honest with me. How many times did you punch the Hurricane? It lost a lot of steam after it went through your state.
It lost way more steam after it went through Florida.
Well, it can only survive so many Florida men.
Walk away now, or she's dead.
It was attacked by some gators, obviously.
Like the last guy learned. That show was spectacular.
Ah!
Good man.
But boom. But anyway, how many times did I punch the Hurricane? Untrue, I did not punch it. I kicked it. Several times in the
clear,
kidneys.
ma'am.
I gave it a stern
I knew
talking.
Jameson was wrong about you. You're a
Ian
little
won't be
weird,
trying that
but
crap
you're that
again, I
good
can
help.
tell you that. You will never hear about
Yeah,
another
you
Hurricane
got
Ian on the
somewhere to
news.
go.
Probably because they're going to
I can take
retire
care
him
of
because of the
myself.
damage they did, but yeah.
I'm
No,
sure
we'll
you
just say
can,
that he had to go to
but
the
just in
emergency room
case,
and he
there's
learned his
a
lesson.
place called the Feast Center.
Killer Croc from
I
the
don't want
Batman
terror.
equals
We
average
got the
Florida
best
man.
weed
You
in
are
the
correct.
city, hands down.
If you've never been to Florida, you have no
Mom
idea
used
what
to
I'm
make
talking
those.
about. But yeah, true story.
I do love how he did talk with sort of like Cajun
Long time.
accent. That was great. Just like,
I love that,
I'll
yeah.
I always say, if
Thanks.
you want anything done right, you
Spider
gotta
guy.
do it.
But no, well, the funny thing, I think he was talking like a
Spider
Louisiana boy.
Man.
That's Cajun.
That one.
Yeah, I know, but we're talking Florida.
Should
Like,
be able to
I
spot
know,
the
but,
next
like, I'm
tower
just
from
saying.
up there.
Anyway. All right. Oh wait, I think we're about to have Spider Cop again.
Speaking of gators, Raven.
Hold on. Get through
From
this.
his elevated position,
Spider Cop time.
Spider Cop spies his destination. A second surveillance tower.
Are you narrating yourself?
What? No! Of course not! The chief never did understand Spider Cop. Thought he was a loose cannon.
Already regretting this.
I love it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. What was the question?
I'll take that a little
I
loser.
can
No, we're not saying
modify
any
these
shading
towers
against
to track
Louisiana.
more
He
than
was
just
just
crimes.
confused because we were talking about Florida once.
We were talking about Florida, but then next second you're talking about we were talking about Cajun accents.
I just threw him off. Like,
Yeah, you threw me off. I have
we got
nothing-
no beef with Louisiana.
No, I had family in Louisiana. My mom's family is originally from Louisiana, so yeah, you're good. Like, anyway, what were you gonna say?
Score.
All right,
Towers
let's
are picking up
see,
all kinds of RFID signals now, including one nearby. What is that?
Unrelated, what is your opinion of Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I honestly haven't watched any of it.
I have. I love it.
Oh,
Because
wow.
like that's one of the funniest
One of my
parodies of a cop
backpacks
show
from
I've ever
high
seen.
school.
I love that.
Forgot
whole
I attached
series.
tracking
It's
dots to
great.
these.
What I want to know is why did Spider-Man leave these backpacks just webbed to walls all over the city? Like, what was his goal there?
Also, I want to remind, like,
Wonder how many of these are scattered around the city.
His webs are supposed to be like biodegradable, like they'll degrade over time. Those have been up there for like months. So if he's
Some
like,
of them years.
so if he like left some poor guy webbed up, and like the police didn't find him, is he gonna die of exposure?
MJ.
Oh, hey Raven, what do you think of The Boys from Amazon Prime?
But she didn't seem.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about The Boys.
Still
Oh wait, hold on.
Got a robbery a few blocks away.
Spider Cop's on it. Part man, part spider, all cop.
Yes. I will never not love Spider Cop.
Mom sees this.
Oh shoot. No, don't shoot. Never mind.
Open the
That could get ugly.
Do it.
Hey fellas.
Yes, let's direct their gunfire to the open street.
Hey, he wants to make
What
sure
a good idea.
It's smart. He's making sure they break the window so he can't get fined for it.
Yeah, but what if their gunshots hit a pedestrian?
So that's just the thing. Hopefully they won't. Keep praying. But yeah, as far as The Boys go, I've seen a couple episodes of it. From what I saw, it was okay. It was a little more graphic in certain areas than I would really like it to be. But I know it's based off of the source material too. If you actually want to see a good video on The Boys, I would recommend watching Pointless
Guys,
Hub's
if you
video
worked
on The
this hard
Boys
at a
on why he
legit
thinks the
job,
show is
you
actually
wouldn't need
does
to
a
be
better job
criminals.
than the comic. Which is interesting because I think there's some things the comic does better than the TV show. But yeah.
Okay, I want to take a moment to talk about what just happened here. In this first mission where we're stopping this bank robbery, or jewelry store robbery, when these reinforcements show up, so everyone goes, more guys, if you guys actually focused on a real job, you wouldn't have to rob. This game got flack for that,
Alright, Yuri.
you know.
I'm gonna
Oh wait, hold on.
Chinatown Tower now.
Spider Cop time.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair it?
Been doing a little thinking, Yuri.
Yeah, I know it's way more
Policing's
tame
a young
than the
man's
comic.
game.
There's only
Spider
one
Cop?
aspect I think the
Well,
comic does better.
he's no spring chicken.
Please
Lark
be
the
going
cop.
where I think you're
No,
going.
interrupt Spider.
As of today, Spider Cop is officially retired.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
We'll all drink tonight, Yuri. Drink to the memory of Spider Cop's tireless... Yuri? Yuri, you there? Guess the emotion of the moment overwhelmed her.
I just love Spider Cop. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. There we go. But yeah, this game got flack for that line and for lines like it because they were trying to argue, the game is pro-cop and it shouldn't be. Like, it's talking down to the downtrodden and the people who don't have jobs. And I'm like, wow, you really read deep into that one, didn't you?
I have people taking pictures of my 3 chests.
Like, no, he's got a point, though. If you guys focus on getting a real job, you wouldn't have to steal.
Tools I need for suit repair.
Well, there's truth to that.
Reminds me of
Dr.
like the Key
Octavius
and
left
Peele
for dead.
sketch, where they talk about how they're going to rob the bank by working at the bank and just like work their way there and get pensions. It's like, no, you don't understand. We're going to walk in
Doctor,
there and they will
how did it
pay
go with the
us,
committee?
and
I'm so sorry I
back
screwed
out.
things up.
And we get how do we avoid that? That's just the
Determined
thing.
to face an
We
imminent
won't
triumph.
get them because
They'll
we
calm
tricked them
down.
to think
They
we
always
actually work
do.
for them.
Should
But
I
by
head back
everything
to the
he's
lab
saying,
to
it sounds
clean
like
up?
we actually are working
No,
for
no,
them.
I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating the future.
We're making our way over from Pier 4 now. Show us the
There we go.
Wish I could bottle and
So what's chat saying right now?
Sounds like he's left the lab
Get a
for
real
the day.
job. Wait.
Good time to work on my
Spider-Man.
secret plan.
Base Spider-Man. Spider-Man is based, okay? I'm gonna say something that's a little bit risky. I think Spider-Man is the best Marvel hero. Not objectively the strongest, not objectively the most well-written, but I think in terms of embodying what a hero is supposed to be, yeah.
I think it also goes like with being like one of Stanley's favorites. Like he put a lot of
Funny.
time and effort.
Fear
and
of
energy
heights
into
didn't go
creating
away
that
when I got my
character,
For sure.
and it shows.
For sure. The sad thing is, here's the sad thing about this game. I'm going to be real honest with you. The sad thing about this game is that Mary Jane Watson's the only character that annoys me. Okay, Miles Morales does too, but he only shows up for like the second half of the game.
In what I've seen of the game, I prefer Miles over MJ in this in this game, just because like Miles, I think his place and like makes sense to a certain degree, whereas MJ, it's like, no, I want to be your partner.
Well, no, I wanted MJ to be like she was in the comics.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
my
I agree
problem.
with you, and that would have been fine, but the thing is just like, I'm a plucky reporter who's going to follow the lead.
Oh God, I hate that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like every
just-
time it's like we need a girlfriend for the superhero. Reporter.
you're just April O'Neil or Lois Lane. You're just another reporter girlfriend of the superhero who's out to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. You're that go get him reporter.
Go back to the nightclub.
God, I hate it. I hate it so much. Why would you do this to me?
Yeah.
Ah.
We agree with somebody. We agree with Russian Badger. Like it's like I want to be your partner. That's an interesting thought, MJ. Except for the part where you don't have superpowers.
It's true though. She doesn't have superpowers. That's not even my issue. In the comics, she was so much different. In the comics, Mary Jane wasn't this plucky, cute girl next door reporter. Mary Jane Watson was the hottest piece on the block. Okay, so here's the setup for those of you who don't know. Mary Jane, at the time, one of the problems that they had with Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy, who was his girlfriend at the time, was that Gwen Stacy provided very little drama for Spider-Man because Gwen Stacy was very much kind of the pastor's daughter dynamic. You know, there was never any risk of, oh no, will Gwen Stacy have to make a sacrifice that hurts Spider-Man? No. Everyone knew she'd never do that. So they tried to mix things up a little bit by introducing a love conflict. So when the prom is coming up and Spider-Man, or Peter, has no one to ask, Aunt May recommends Mary Jane Watson, the girl next door. Peter's never met Mary Jane Watson, so he thinks, she's one of these people who has a great personality but doesn't look good. Well, little does he know that Aunt May has already set it up. So when she comes to the door, he sees a smoking hot redhead, and he's so stunned he can't even close his mouth for a few seconds. Then he goes, "You're MJ?" And then she goes, "Face it, Tiger, you hit the jackpot." She is well aware she's hot. She's well aware she's a catch, and she's well aware that she is outside of his league, but she's going to let him enjoy the moment. Because that's just the kind of, whoa, hello. That's just the kind of woman that Mary Jane is. And you gotta love that. You gotta love something about that, genuinely.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of, I had a buddy who, I can't remember where we were, but like, we walked into some random shop. And he was looking like to buy something, like there was this girl at the behind the counter, unbelievably attractive. And I was like, right, cool, dude. And he's like, "You're unbelievably hot." Out loud. And he's like, "I know." But okay. Oh, yeah, we're going.
But yeah, so
Nothing like a high
I took damage. Dang,
down
I
is
thought that I was good. But anyway, back to what I was saying. And then it goes on from there. The idea was that it was going to be a kind of a lover's quarrel, like kind of this will they, won't they. But they always intended for him to get back with Gwen, right? But the more they did it, Stan Lee started to realize, I like Mary Jane more. And the reason why is because Mary Jane actually provides a deal of drama. Mary Jane has her own goals. She has her own wants. She has her own desires. She has her own aspirations. With Gwen Stacy, if there's a moment where she has to make a choice between Spider-Man and herself, she'll choose Spider-Man every time. But with Mary Jane, that's more up in the air. Will she? Won't she? What will Mary Jane decide in the end? That's a real question that has to be asked. And Mary Jane proved to be a much more interesting and entertaining character for Spider-Man to interact with, for Peter Parker to have a relationship with. And so they actually decided,
only cowards assault a helpless person.
oh, I've got a
Try hitting me. Spoiler, I hit back.
I've got to go throw objects at enemies. Okay, that's one. That's two. And that's...
I realize
there we
the
go.
irony in me saying this.
Sorry about that.
I hope
But
you've learned not to hit
they found that Mary Jane was far more interesting than Gwen was. And so they had Gwen die in a very dramatic way. But they still used that to the advantage of the relationship. As Peter is grieving over the loss of Gwen, Mary Jane, who knew that they were close, is trying to comfort him. But remember, Mary Jane's a party girl, and Peter has always seen her that way. So he has a very harsh reaction to her, basically saying, "You don't care. You wouldn't
Yeah,
even
get a
care if your
solution
own
like
mother died, because we're all the uncool people. We're all just the nobodies who aren't the fun party kids. So why don't you go back to your parties? And that actually hurt her, because Peter doesn't know her mother did die from her abusive father. So, but even despite him saying something so hurtful, she still stayed with him to comfort him, and that showed a great deal of character growth on her part. It was an incredibly well-written relationship that involved a person who had learned what it meant to take responsibility for who they were, and a girl who was still learning to take responsibility for who she was, because she had a killer body and a great personality to boot. But here, she's just the cute girl next door, who's the reporter who just wants to do the right thing and report the crimes as it is.
Gentlemen, I'm afraid I've got to ask you to leave the store.
Alright, I'm going to need to figure out how to work this one. Alright, first, we got to throw some objects at people.
Hey, Raven, what do you think of the idea that Peter has to hold back all of his punches until he kill people, but when Aunt May died, he lost it on Fisk without holding back? I don't think Aunt May died. I think that with that, because I think I know the comic you're referring to. Aunt May was like hospitalized, and Fisk revealed Spider-Man's identity to the world, and so he snuck into Rikers, took his mask off, and just beat the ever living crap out of Fisk to shame him.
Well, when your secret identity's ousted, might as well.
Vintage
But anyway,
grandstand,
sorry about my little rant there about Mary Jane. It's just, that's the biggest thing that bothered me about this game. It's not that she wants to be Spider-Man's partner. I can kind of understand that to a degree. It must be hard being the damsel in distress sometimes, because, you know, like, you don't want to be the one who's saved all the time. Sometimes you want to do the saving. Like, let's put it this way. If I was a girl and my boyfriend was a superhero, and I was constantly in danger because of my boyfriend, and he was always having to save me, I would feel a little shitty about that. I would feel like, man, I really wish that I didn't always need to be saved. And sometimes that means that you need to do the saving. Sometimes you feel like you need to be more involved and more active in saving people. At least that's the way I would view it. So I get Mary Jane wanting that. The problem is, I think she was a little too ambitious in trying to get it. I think that was my big issue there. But really the issue I have is she's nothing like the Mary Jane from the comics, which makes me sad, because I wanted to see Mary Jane from the comics. I wanted to see Mary Jane from the comic books, because I really liked that Mary Jane. It was very well written, and their relationship was very well written. Stan Lee even went on to say that it was his favorite pairing in comics. And in fact, when he stopped making comics, like, for Spider-Man, and just focused on doing his newspaper comics, he wrote that they were happily married. In the comics, they were kind of on and off together. So that kind of tells you how he viewed that. I'm pretty sure chat must be saying something.
Car chase, all right.
That's what they're saying. It's like, I would like to see some of that stuff on screen. Same.
Young man, I will pull this car over right now.
I like Superman fine, but he never interested me, I'll be honest. The problem I always had with Superman is he just didn't catch my interest. He can do anything he needs to. He's as strong as he needs to be, no matter what the circumstance. And to me, I just never really got into that. I mean, I get it. His issue is not so much about being as strong as he needs to be. Like, he's never going to fight an enemy who he can't eventually overpower. Kryptonite is, I know it's his weakness, but let's be honest, does it even matter? Has Kryptonite even mattered to that guy ever? He always finds a way out of it, or he's immune to it at some point. Like, Kryptonite never really means much to Superman anymore. With him, it's about, I think that one of the, like, in the Injustice comics, it was the fear of, would Superman become the villain? Would he become a tyrant thanks to his power? The questions of Superman controlling his morality and controlling his strength and being able to accept that he can't save anyone. That's where the drama comes from with Superman, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just not what I wanted out of Superman. It's not what I liked from Superman. I prefer a hero who has something to lose, you know? Like, with Batman, the way I look at it is this. If a gunman tries to shoot at a lady, Batman and Superman could both dive in the way of the bullet. Who has more to lose? Batman, even though he's wearing bulletproof armor most of the time, that armor might not be enough, or it might hit a weak point in the armor. He could risk his life taking that bullet. Superman has nothing to lose. He will eat that bullet and be okay.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night.
So I think
Time
that's
to
what really
sneak in some
matters
spider work.
in the grand scheme of things.
We're trying to
if you know what I
improve
mean.
the prosthetics hardware.
Okay, so
I should
we're
review
still doing
what
good on
Doc's been
time.
developing and
So
double
what are
check
some other stuff going on in chat? Like what are some more questions or comments or thoughts?
Oh, I like this comment. I happen to like Superman, and this whole Superman becomes the villain thing is pretty much a dead horse at this point.
It is, but I challenge you. How would you write him different? Like, what would you write differently about him to make him interesting? I agree it's a dead horse. I agree. What more would you like to do with him? Would you like to write a story where he loses his powers and you try to decide how he handles the loss of his powers?
Super smooth
That could be
response.
interesting.
See if we can tune the prosthetics grip force.
That could be, I confess, that could be an interesting way to look at it. But I bet not a lot of people would want to read that comic.
That's better. Should avoid bone-crushing hand. Interesting. Doc's hardwiring in a basic spatial mapping system.
Gold kryptonite and justice took away his powers permanently.
Very
I think.
cool.
They
Also
said
have a
that
sense
if
of
he
their
was
surroundings.
exposed to too
To
much of it,
tune the
it would.
arm's gyro
Yeah,
to
but let's be
auto-orient.
real. If they need in a comic movie, if they need a MacGuffin, they can find a way to get him.
Yeah, if they really want his powers back, they will give him his powers back.
I would make Superman the classic one, not flying and entirely bulletproof. Oh, you don't want to do that. If you go back to classic Superman, that Superman can do whatever the hell he
Yeah,
wants.
literally, classic Superman was capable of whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted.
Yeah, like he could literally make a miniature version of himself, fly it, and just do whatever the heck it wanted. It was craziness.
He could even shapeshift, which I thought was hilarious.
It was like, you thought current Superman was overpowered.
This will
You
really
went
help users maintain their Doc's trying.
Nothing's
to
more
lower the
boring than a
overall power
superhero who
consumption
can
for
literally do
prosthetic.
whatever the hell he
Wasn't there a
wants.
horror movie based on what if Superman was evil or something? Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
Brightburn. I have no interest in Brightburn. Let me be real honest.
I do like there was like this one one comic panel like Superman having beat up Homelander, Brightburn, and Omni-Man going, I felt responsible for these guys. I apologize. It's like, thanks, Supes. We appreciate it.
I do appreciate it.
Then there's like this one thing where like he was Superman, but it was Soup-er-Man. He got his powers from eating soup. Old Man Superman was pretty much Bugs Bunny. Yes, that's the hero we need. Then again, that's kind of Luffy if you think about it.
There we go. Solved all the ones
More
available.
efficient.
That's done.
Probably
Moving on.
safer, too. We really need to get better about organizing our workspace.
The grant review was...
I think we've got samples of every type of prosthetic in existence.
What's this?
Graduation.
Hey, it's a cool picture.
I interned for Doc in college. He made me realize I could do as much good for the world in a lab coat as I could in tights. Maybe more.
Hey, a periodic table. That's cool. What's this?
Doc's made huge breakthroughs his whole career, but he's always
Hey,
been
look at
upstaged.
that. It's cool.
Usually
Anyway, what
by
else is going on
Oscorp.
in chat?
This time, it's going to be different.
Let's see. I always envisioned Superman as the ultimate hero. His powers
Parker.
are secondary, and his
Dr.
moral
Octavius,
optimism
I,
is a man.
what you
I
got
always
there?
think
Chinese.
of that one panel in All
If I know
Star
you'd be
Superman
here, I would've-
where he helped someone out of suicide.
What are you working on?
Oh, just
Oh,
a
yeah, I
side
know that.
project.
That's a good one.
Oh, for sure. Don't get me wrong. Superman can appeal to a certain group, and I think there's a lot to be said about who Superman is as a character.
Of course.
But in terms of superheroes who interest me, who I'm invested in, he's just not up there. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy him, and it doesn't mean I don't see the appeal. I just don't personally.
I personally enjoy Superman more when he's on like the Justice League.
I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
I personally prefer that, particularly his relationship with Batman. I've always found.
Yeah.
Right, that can be a very cool dynamic.
Like I think there was like one comic strip, like one of the ones where like Superman snapped.
bound to be a
it was like Batman was killed, and he like lost it more so than like in Injustice when Lois died.
Worry. Your
Like,
secret's
Batman
safe.
is a brother to him.
I love how Otto here is basically saying, "Oh, well, you're obviously the one who designs his equipment." Like, yeah, like, is he that, like, you know he's not that stupid. So you know he's lying here. You know he knows that, he's Spider-Man. You know he has to know. Check your email.
Check your email.
No, we can't read, Peter.
Hope this isn't how Doc fires me.
Yeah, this is how he fires you.
Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter. Is that
Superman
the right
is
term?
pretty much the modern day Hercules.
Is a reminder of the good man.
I think there's some differences between the two.
No matter
Hercules
how
is
hard you work, you still
makes
find
far
time to
more
help others.
mistakes than Superman.
Yeah, for sure.
I noticed the suit.
But then
was a
again,
bit
I guess you could argue an
And I took the
injustice.
liberty of
He
sketching
did
up some
do the
of my
whole
own
wife killing
improvements.
thing accidentally.
Attached
I
to
mean,
how
yeah.
he'd enhance his suit and
Children
help
included.
protect Spider-Man, who does so much for this city. Looking forward to the incredible work that we're doing and changing the world together. Your partner and friend, Otto.
White spider, huh?
The White Spider.
The White Spooter.
The White Spooter.
How is Shazam any better than Superman when it comes to having no flaws and powers?
Shazam is a kid.
I think that's the biggest thing.
That should
Shazam is a child who takes the form of an adult.
Honestly, like playing the Injustice game and seeing Shazam get nuked by
Superman.
that hit home, and I love that in the second game they keep giving him shit about it.
Well, he did kill him. All right, yay, we're in the new suit.
Someone get Captain Ahab. There's a white spider running up on.
Excuse me, late for work.
Oh no, he calls it the White Spider. Oh man, it's racist now. White Spider, guys, it's racist.
Coming through.
Looking good, Spidey!
Hello, New York.
Get out of the road!
New suit, same old
Not
me.
one person, no traffic jams. Nah, this ain't New York.
This ain't New York, and everyone's friendly and saying hi, how are you, like looking good, Spidey. This isn't New York City.
I counter with the wisdom of Solomon. Yes, but if you've read, Solomon didn't use that wisdom all the time. Now
Spider-Man,
did
I
he?
think I figured out how Fisk's men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without cause.
But now you've got that, right?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the
I'm curious
location.
what the dialogue
Tell
would be
me
if
if you see
Saitama met
anything
Superman.
suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy
Saitama
neighborhood
would win.
Spider-Man.
Well, I think it would also be just like, hey man, could you get out of my way? There's a sale at the supermarket. To which Superman would probably go, oh yeah, sure, go ahead.
They'd have no reason to fight, except for Saitama just being bored.
Superman might say, I want to test a few things. Get out of the road, Spider-Man, I'm walking here. Ma!
Yuri,
Spider-Man's
this
blocking my way
construction
to
site
work!
moves a lot
Ma,
faster
there's
than
a
one
guy
exactly
flying through the air!
What are they
I
doing?
think it's Spider-Man!
Oh, shut up, Goku Nuke Superman.
Yeah, you would!
That just worked.
Looks like he
God,
attached an
I
idea
can't
for
stand the
that
Superman
Spidey
versus
gadget.
Goku
Man, does he ever
rap,
stop
death
inventing?
battle thing.
The rap battle. Okay,
That
the rap
was-
battle would be different.
The rap battle was funny. That was funny because it was filled with jokes. The Superman versus Goku death battle was a joke. All right.
You know, I'm surprised that Otto didn't go, hey, Peter, since I know you design his equipment and everything, what if we sold his web shooters to the police so they could just web up people instead of, like, having to try and wrestle them to the ground and handcuff them? we can make a lot of money. You know, and we can invest that towards the arm thing so I wouldn't have to be begging for grants.
Pretty true.
Just saying, Peter. Save me, Peter.
Save me, Peter.
Glasses.
Looks nervously at Death Battle subscription.
Doc would be
Dude,
proud.
if you want to watch Death Battle, that's fine.
If you like, guys, I always say this, you don't have to like or dislike the things we like or dislike. You are fully capable of making your own decision.
I thought the boss.
You know, I do find, like, sometimes I feel like they pulled numbers out of it.
Legendary. There's more than one spider.
Oh, you got me. Alright. Come on. That was funny.
I watched that battle for the fun of it. I don't agree with their outcome, but I don't really agree with their outcomes anymore. You need to treat Death Battle like you treat Deadliest Warrior. You're there for the fun, kicks and giggles. You're not there to actually be convinced.
Alright, I webbed another guy to a wall. I gotta get 2 more. Whoa!
Listen, if I see Spider-Man swinging my way and I'm part of the group of thugs, I'm just gonna say, guys, I think the bat's a good one.
I got it to get myself set up to knock him into the wall. Okay. That's 2. Wait, no, that's 4 out of 5. Okay, I need 1 more. Nope. 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 No. Oh, he got me that time. All right, then your ass is stuck to the wall. Oh, I'm all out. Oh, shoot, I'm all out of the webbing thing. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Whoa, no, you don't. And oh, I aimed for the wrong guy. Oh, God!
Don't let him web you.
Aha! A finisher! I call that one the stop hitting yourself.
He's webbing me. Take him down.
Yes, I've got an impact shot. Okay. Alright, we're all set.
When you say impact shot, I keep thinking of impact dials from MP.
Yes! I was thinking the same thing when I said it.
Like that reject dial, man. Yes, Ichigo versus Naruto was clearly biased. Ichigo was trying to actually more powerful, but Naruto was mad with that one after. Now, Ichigo should have won because he should have had time stop where his sword lectures him for not using him properly, and then he suddenly figures out how to win.
Agreed.
I'm sorry, Ichigo and Bleach irritate me with his Naruto sometimes. Naruto does too. Trust me, I could go on rants about my problems with Naruto.
No, we have problems with Bleach and Naruto.
But I will give Bleach this. It's much better getting stains out of clothes. Question, who is Ichigo? Ichigo is the main character of Bleach.
Uh-oh. More of them.
Can you kick someone off the building?
Yes, you can. Oh, you want me to? Okay.
Do it. They're running now. Oh, dude, we're going to die.
Spider-Man, turns out we've wasted
Tuck your knees.
Yeah!
Gun run.
Yeah!
Let's see what
What's
I can
better,
do to cut down
Naruto
this
or
clock.
Harry Potter?
Ooh, that is a tough one. Naruto has more going for it than Harry Potter.
I feel like Naruto's less whiny than Harry.
Agreed. I need to get 5 more finishers. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but I will give Harry credit. At least he never tried to pretend Draco was his best friend.
He's webbing me. Fire in the hole.
I feel like if Spider-Man caught you right before the fight, you could probably apologize to Spider-Man, and the person you were about to mug could probably let you go as long as you were genuine. Oh, dude, if I screw up Spider-Man, comes through like, listen, man, I know you're gonna beat me. Let me screw myself in, okay? Same thing with Batman.
Kick his ass.
I gotta get 4 more finishers.
Yeah, that was like one of the few scenes I really liked from Iron Man 3. Where like one guy, he like Tony just points his blaster at him, he drops his gun. I don't even like working here. It's like finally a logical henchman. The benefits aren't worth this. I'm out of here.
Dang, looks like they called their buddies.
Wee! But douche.
That's too late, Lee Black Wolf. I already saw it.
What happened?
Nah, he made it funny. Like, God, he's like, at least Harry never accidentally did Draco.
Oh, hey, more guys.
Too late.
Welcome to
The
the
fanfic writers are already on it.
Leave your shoes at the door.
You can't
Unless you're not
control
wearing
them.
socks, in which case,
They
wear
are
some
an
socks
evil
already.
beyond the frame of time and space. I wonder who paid these guys to fight Spider-Man.
Fisk paid them.
That-
It wasn't enough.
That was probably J. Jonah Jameson.
It's the end for you.
Goodbye!
How to win the wand duel with Harry
Anyone wanna
Potter.
surrender?
Step 1.
No?
Buy a gun. You are correct.
Got lucky.
Oh, he got me.
This'll shut your mouth.
I gotta get one more finisher. I cannot kill them before I get my finisher. Oh, I killed him. Okay. Alright, where are they? I gotta get one more finisher. Come on, buddy. Give me my finisher. Finish. Yes, I've got my finisher. Okay. And you're done.
Get it for you.
Oh, J. Jonah Jameson has an epic rant on shippers in this game.
Oh, does he? He does?
Oh, I never heard that. Oh, I can hear that one.
Here comes the
I'll need to listen to it. If we play this game more, we'll eventually get to it, I'm sure.
Oh. What was America back?
And we just beat it. Yay!
Oh, like that. Nah, the people that fall off of buildings is fine. They are built different. Gravity can't hurt people who are built different.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got
I
officers
like
in
these
route.
little side
Good
missions where
work.
you have to stop the bad guys.
I feel bad for that
Fisk
the
has
guy
more
in the middle.
construction
Just
sites
had
throughout the
Taco
city.
Bell.
Oh,
They're
man.
fronting.
They're all gonna be
Keep
suffering
an eye out
now.
and report in if
It's
you
going to
see
be a bad
anything
day for all of them.
suspicious.
Okay, so let's see. Can I afford any other suits? We got, ooh, the Noir Spider. I like the Noir Spider suit, so we're going to get that. But I'll show you my favorite suit, actually. You can get it with the DLC. It's this one. This should be called the White Spider because it's more white color. But it's called the Armored Advanced suit. This is my favorite. So yeah, I'm going to wear this one. Yeah, look at this.
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's construction sites,
Built
I should
alternatively.
recalibrate my mapping software
Built
to be more accurate.
incorrectly.
Using a depth map
Symbols in an
post-process on
orthodox
photos of
fashion.
I
popular
should not
landmarks should do it.
exist.
I know just the one to start with.
Peter can feed on their corpses. I think it was like
He will then inject venom into them so that it turns their insides to soup, and he will suck the juices up into his mouth parts.
I remember seeing like I want to say it was like Cyanide and Happiness, but I know it wasn't. Like they did like a thing like an actual Spider-Man, like a human-sized spider-human hybrid that actually went around eating people.
I mean, what they do. Unless, like, do you think Spider-Man would get along well with Rhaenyra?
After the culture shock, yes.
Actually, okay, funny story, guys. There's this little story that I'm working on with Hannah and Lark here. It's basically this story about paranormal investigators, but one of them is like a spider girl, like a Yoruba, and she has been so sheltered her entire life, she actually thinks Spider-Man is a real person, and wants to meet him one day. That's her dream, and they don't have the heart to tell her Spider-Man's not real, and they're worried that when they do tell her, she's gonna be so broken-hearted, just like, no, but he's real. He's totally real. It's like, how do we tell her? How do we tell her? You know?
Oh, I like this one. The Last Islander, Yuri, do you have a black and white suit? Spider-Man wearing the noir suit? Are you blind?
You have a black and white suit? I might show you. Let's do a few more crimes and then we'll
Okay, back.
call it a night.
Like I was
All
saying,
right.
that's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Provisionally, as long as our
Wasn't there
little
a comic
kid
where
didn't
Peter
escape
went
the
to
mayor's
the
protection.
Spider-Man
You mean defeating
and
tomorrow?
such? I don't know.
I don't remember that, but I do remember that there was a X-Men crossover thing with the Spider-Man animated series where Peter was afraid that he would continue to mutate, and in doing so, it would turn him into a spider-like monster, and
Yeah,
he went to the X-Men for help.
Yeah, they told him, like, we don't come up with cures, we help people live with them.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
what? It's not fun getting beat up?
26
We'll
here, I'm
sit
gonna
with
head
that
to
for a
bed.
while.
Live in the market. Glad you're both safe. Glad you're safe too, bud.
Thanks for coming to our stream. Really appreciate it. I know that this isn't what I normally do. I normally do For Honor, but I really wanted to do some other stuff.
Oh, this is the other one. What happens
like we've got
if
some doorbusters.
it's
not even Black Friday.
Tom Holland
Wow, you all forgot your keys?
just kidnaps him?
Just kidnap the poor fool.
Poor guy. That guy's got no more neck. Why do people even bother with the petty street crimes knowing Spider-Man's running around?
Ow! Fine!
Oh, hey Raven, which game is better, Witcher 3 or Skyrim? Choose carefully because there's no turning
So,
back
we're all going to jail.
Which game is
I
better,
bet you'll be as good
Witcher
at
3 or
breaking out as
Skyrim?
you were at
It
breaking
depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a game that has a wide open world with a lot of potential for stories and discoveries and side things that really build a large and ambient world with a lot of different things in it, then Skyrim is the better option. But if you're looking for a game that has a very gripping story, very realistic decision making to have, and very good characters, then Witcher is the better option. It depends on what you're looking for. I love both. If I had to choose which one I'd play more frequently, it'd probably be Skyrim, just because I love the adventure of it and the character creation aspect. But Witcher does have the objectively better story.
Good old Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot. That'll do it.
Balls on these dudes
Map should be
loitering around
recalibrated now.
illegally smoking weed, and then Spider-Man shows up and they go,
Haven't done much
Spike
photography
Skyrim
since quitting the
bandit
View.
mode.
How much I enjoy it.
I do love
Should
those
keep an eye out for
Skyrim
more
bandits.
landmarks
Hey,
to
that
shoot.
guy just downed a dragon and one-shot a bear? Let's mug him.
Let's mug this guy.
And you're just like, oh good, I had a few empty black soul gems.
Huh. It's Mr.
Martin
Lee.
Lee!
Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Larry the Pug says,
sure thing.
just watched
Just let
the
me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Raven Lord
Great.
today, and I have to say I
Talk to you
love the world building and the story of the Raven Lord.
Oh, well, I really
Hey, got some
appreciate
time
that.
to
Spent a
kill.
lot of time
See
working
what's
on
happening out
that.
in the
Didn't
city.
think it would really go anywhere, but it was something I had a lot of fun working on and working with the others, Lark, Jay, and Hannah on. Hannah and Jay have actually been drawing up their own characters to add to the story, and I will be doing a video sometime in the future where I talk about their characters and what they've added, and Lark will get to talk about it too, I think. Yay! I mean, I know you wanted to share your story.
Yes.
Alas, oh shit, Hamlet! They're playing Hamlet.
Alas, poor York, I knew him well.
In America. As someone who actually got to play Hamlet, that's pretty cool to see.
There's someone who actually had to do a couple reports on Hamlet. That's alright.
Sleep it off.
Okay, I gotta achieve a combo of 3 or more, and I gotta web throw 3 objects at enemies.
Gotta love how the NYPD is here to fix their lives. Of course not. Going through the union would take a while. Calling up Spider-Man. Looking.
Alright, that takes care of that, and now just to...
You also inspired me to restart my own fantasy world. Do it! Do it, Larry. I believe in you.
Knocking the ever-loving stuffing out of
Look,
demons.
see that ragdoll? That
that man is no more.
Get out of here. You're a murderer.
Gotta split before the cup.
Alright, where's that backpack? There it is.
Oh, and Lark, I'm sorry. So sorry you had to suffer through Assassin's Creed.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh,
Woo, that was a chore to get
we
through.
uninstalled as soon as we were done.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's off my PS4.
I could never give
That-
this prototype
that was
spider
a
tracer
hot
enough range to
mess.
be useful.
Literally,
I
like
did
there was
adapt
like
the
one
tech into
moment
my
where
life.
like it glitched so hard, everything was slow mo, including the cutscenes. I had to restart the game. When I say restart the game, I log off and log back on. Not start from scratch. If I had to start from scratch, I would have said F it. We're just using that. Also, everyone settle the debate. Spider-Man versus Batman.
Spider-Man versus Batman? It depends on how long Batman has to prepare. If it's just a chance encounter, Spider-Man has the edge because of his spider sense.
I guess these guys aren't trading baseball cards. Hey,
Also
guys,
depends if Frank
got
Miller
prescriptions for
around.
this stuff?
You're weak. Shit, Shrek.
It's funny, it's like everyone says Spider-Man or Batman. I want Spider-Man and Nightwing
Nothing
to
puts
team
a
up. I
pep
think
in
they
my
get
step
along
like halting an
great.
illegal drug
Well,
deal.
the thing is, Batman is a master martial artist and master of combat, but Spider-Man has his spider sense, which means he's going to see Batman coming no matter what he does, and one of Batman's greatest assets is his stealth. So plus, Spider-Man does have his super strength, so I think he's going to have Batman in most occasions, but if Batman knows what he's up against and has time to prepare, Spider-Man will eat it, because Batman will find a way to out it.
Batman has done some just absolutely ridiculous feats.
No, I agree, but he usually has time to prepare and he knows what he's up against.
I still like that one Dorkly comic where it's like, who would win, Superman or
To wash
Batman?
this
And
gym shirt 6
Batman
years ago.
freezes Superman freezes Batman, then yeets him into the sun. And then Alfred shows up. It's like masticant, hands him a letter, says, "Hey, would be a shame
Hi,
if
Mr.
you
Muggins.
kicked me into the
This is about
sun.
the rent.
But then, of course, I injected my blood with the kryptonite serum. That wouldn't be a problem for you unless you, of course, did kick me into the
Wait,
sun.
I
In which
get
case
paid at
you'd
the
be
end of the
melting
week.
right now." And then he starts melting. Well played, Bruce.
Well
Well
on Friday, unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
Zachary Johnson says, I cannot finish Syndicate. I got too bored. However, I did finish Unity even though it's my second most hated. Yeah, that's kind of how it was for me. The difference was there were some parts of Unity I actually did enjoy. Like the mid-game I thought was actually quite strong, but the late game I thought suffered heavily. But Syndicate was a pain from start to finish.
And it's hard to really be invested in a game that you hate vehemently.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's underneath the bridge. There it is.
Oh, Batman can buy the Daily Planet, Superman gets his coffee.
Let me check the time. Yeah, we're probably going to wrap up in just a second. What we'll do is we'll head to Feast, and that'll be where we end it.
I'm a snow globe. Call Mr. Hat. Wouldn't it be funny if Spider-Man told Jacob Fry to get a job?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that'd be great. Yes, do it, Spidey. I would
Whitney
love.
Hoodlum. Go get a job.
Rhino almost killed me until I broke this chip off his horn and figured out what his costume's made of.
Wait, how did you break the
Still
chip
wasn't
off
easy
of
to
his horn in the first? The whole point of the Rhino is that his suit is indestructible and he can't get out of it. That's why he's a criminal. He's trying to steal money so that he can pay scientists to get him out of the suit because he doesn't want to be in it anymore. If you broke off a piece of his suit, it's not indestructible and you could find a way to get him out of it.
Attention all units.
What?
Location is Little Tokyo.
How about Batman versus Iron Man?
Got an algorithm. in the suit that
I'm
can
gonna give
extract
that
where the
one
kidnappers
to.
might have gone.
Wait, what? What's going on? Oh, here we are. It was kidnapped.
Stretch your legs.
Thought I was gonna die in
Sleeping back there, dude.
Thank
Who
you.
woke him up?
Not again.
There they are!
Okay, web 3 enemies into a wall, web throw object at enemies. Well, there's your object. Boom, let's find another object. Come on, boys, follow me. There's an object. Guys. Guys. Go. Oh, God! Nope. Nope. Aha! Gotcha. Okay, I need one more. There we go. That'll do it. All right. Now we gotta web enemies into walls.
Yeah, Landon, I've already started a bit of Origins there. I already like it. But that's the thing. I've enjoyed playing Origins. The only reason I ever stopped playing Origins was because Odyssey came out. And I just enjoy Industries more than I do Egypt. So I stuck with that. Like, spoilers, I like Origins and Odyssey. I'm not a big fan of Valhalla. Ow. I think Iron Man does have a slight edge because he's the one his suits.
Open fire!
Yeah, I think that Iron Man does have a bit of an edge on Batman. So, like, if they just meet and start fighting Iron Man, only with prep time can Batman win.
That's the thing. Batman needs the time. He needs the time and the knowledge to win.
Here's the real
Guy
question.
in a trunk.
Batman's trying to get Kevin McAllister
Like I
to
say
Home
this
Alone.
every 20
So if
minutes,
that's prep
but-
time. Who wins?
Batman.
I
I know
don't
it's a joke, but Batman.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But Batman wins and kidnaps Kevin to make him the next Robin.
Yes, that'd be
Now,
brilliant.
where did I put my bag?
Although he's played by Macaulay Culkin, is that really who you want as the next Robin?
Yeah, absolutely. He'd make a perfect Jason Todd.
Very true. All right, we are officially in the Feast Center. He said, just drops down. No one sees that either. No one sees this.
Probably in the kitchen.
Oh, they all
waiting for the
know.
party.
They're just too nervous to tell him.
What about my dog?
All right, I want to take a moment to appreciate this chalkboard thing.
Always on a leash.
Inspiration,
and never
motivation, progress, success.
Of course.
You should be doing those
This is great.
upward.
You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Hey, Peter.
AC Odyssey is kind of an up and down for me because
Peter.
I just completed it a few days ago, and I've had the game since it came out, and I got bored of it. I really I can understand that. I really
sorry
liked
I'm late.
most of it.
You were right.
You know what's sad? I used to have a boss like
Just
Martin
keep me
Lane,
distracted while we
so
do
I
everything we're doing.
genuinely hate what happens to him.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
Okay, Aunt May looks a little
nice
too much
surprise.
like
Need some help?
Aunt Noodle, much
yeah,
older.
Sure.
No, she
Oh,
looks like
there
her
are some
old
heavy
school
boxes.
librarian.
No. I
Oh
mean,
God, she kind of does. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I mean, I came to, I just wanted to talk.
I like her design though.
Yep.
Okay.
Very good design. She looks like she could be an ant.
I was very
Peter.
concerned because the way things were going, it looks
Are
like
you in
she kept
trouble?
getting younger.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of scary.
I'm a
They
little
started her
behind.
off way too
No.
old. Then in the newer one, in the newest one, she's
What?
way too young.
I still wish you and MJ.
He or
could
she,
work
I
things
think
out.
this
She's a
is
great
good.
girl.
This is a good age.
The two of you would make some beautiful babies.
Raven's boss put on
Peter.
blackface and went megalomaniacal
What is it?
weeaboo.
Well, he didn't go that far.
You can
You
tell
gotta
me.
understand, he was under a lot of stress.
He was under a lot of pressure. He killed his own parents
College,
accidentally, you know.
working here,
I like Odyssey until getting to the
Sacrificing
World DLC.
so
Oh, you mean
much
Atlantis? Yeah, I never played that.
asking for nothing.
I
just
enjoyed
wish there
running
were more
around
people
Greece
who
with
killed him.
Barnabas. That was fun.
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here. and
Hey,
told
wait a
me
second!
you
Look, it's that lady! That lady in the hat that we saved earlier.
Now it's you.
That was nice of her to be here at the
Inspires me.
Peace Center so soon, and to...
Thank you, mate.
It's like, you know, your nephew sounds exactly like Spider-Man.
After many more years of service.
That cake looks awful.
It looks just like well, aren't you like a millionaire, dude? Can't you afford a
Thanks
nicer
again for
cake?
setting all this up.
Like, that's like the exact kind of cake they got us like the
Amazing.
So it
Crosby
looks,
Street
If you help
banquet.
it looks like cardboard.
Then
but-
again,
maybe
they
we should
can't
send
cut
May to
carrots
City Hall to
correctly,
have a
so,
word with
you
the
know, they
mayor.
have to give what they can do.
Oh, I gotta run. Thanks again for the party and everything. It really means.
Please don't turn into a supervillain while I'm gone.
I won't.
I'm totally gonna turn into a supervillain.
All right.
Hey Raven, did you watch the
Should check it
moviest
outside.
movie ever, Morbius?
I did not watch the movieest movie ever because I only watch movies.
Yeah, well.
Whoa, hey, hold on. Let's talk to Crazy Lady.
Peter.
I hear some good things about it. Like
Your
I
aunt's
hear like the
showing
best part is when he
off baby
morbs
pictures.
all over the place.
Gloria, I'm new here. Spider-Man turned me on to this place.
Oh right. I mean, great. How do you like it?
They're good people. I might stick around for a little while.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
Yay! All right, I'm out.
It made more $1 billion.
It made more billion. More billion.
I love that we tricked them into getting them to show it twice just so nobody could show up again. And then everyone's like, no, please, we're actually all at work that day. Show it if we're bringing it out a third time.
Anyway, this is probably what we're going to need to call it because we're losing a lot of viewers fast. I think it's getting late, and I do have to get up early tomorrow.
Oh, Larry, you never heard that meme before? Oh, dude, it was all over for a while. It's like, my
Voicemail
favorite
from
part is when
Yuri.
he yelled, it's morbid
Hey,
time. and he
silent
morbs
alarm
all
at the
over
auction house holding Fisk's estate sale just tripped. Could you check it out? Quietly? I don't want to make a scene if it's nothing.
Fisk estate sale. Sounds fun. Wonder what the Kingpin had hidden in his closets.
All right, well, that's going to about do it for us, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Are there any last-minute questions before we go, Lark?
I think we're good. Most of them, I think the last thing was about orbs. Everyone loves the orb.
Good shot.
Alright, so we can go there.
Let me get a shot. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching tonight. I know that this isn't for honor, but like I said,
Hannah just popped in.
Hannah just popped in right as we're finishing up. Hannah, come on, honey. You got to be quicker than that. You got to be on the ball, honey. We were just talking about you earlier, so man, what a sad state of affairs. I am so sad now. First, let me get this. Let's grab that. That'll be good. All right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys doing this. I know it's not for honor. I know y'all are usually expecting me to stream for honor, but I just wanted to play some other games. You know, take a break from For Honor. Not that I don't love For Honor still. Just sometimes you got to change it up. We'll be back to For Honor probably in a week or two. Back to the normal For Honor Friday streams. And I know that this is a Saturday, not a Friday, but because of the storm, we had to reschedule. Don't forget to check out the Teespring store for cool merch, and we're going to be adding more to the Teespring store very soon. Hannah's got some more ideas for what we're going to do. One of them I think y'all will like, kind of a Warhammer thing that I think y'all will enjoy.
I love you.
And and also don't forget to check out the Patreon if you want to donate. Please subscribe to the channel, and there will be an update video coming out Monday that you guys can check out. Let's. I'll deal with these guys and then we'll. I didn't mean to start this, but my need to be a hero.
I need a hero.
Ow. Are you really still moving?
He's like, yes, I can do this.
Yeah, I can totally take you after I saw you take out on my buddy. All my friends tried and they couldn't do it. Surely I'll be more successful. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I think we'll do 1 or 2 more non-For Honor streams next week before we get back to For Honor. Let us know what you guys would like to see. We have a few options. And yeah, I think that about does it. Lark, anything you have to add or say before we go?
No, not right now.
Alright, well then in that case, thank you guys so much, and we will see you in our next video. Take care.
Have a good one, guys.